Welcome in, NeSmith fans, to another weekly series hotline. Week 21 in the books, on the telephone. Our points leader by one measly point, Mickey Trosclair. You guys had a very wet weekend. Tell us about your weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty wet. We was trying to go to Missouri, but our tow rig was broke down, so we didn't get to make it up there, and Hattiesburg got canceled, so we didn't get to run there on Friday. We was gonna try Jackson out on Saturday, and they wound up calling it, and then we was gonna try Pike Saturday also, and they called it, so we looked at the rain for Sunday, and it was only a 10% chance of rain at the mag, and they were racing, so we left Saturday night and went up there and got us a hotel room and got woken up to a phone call saying the mag done canceled, so we didn't get no racing in.
And that makes it tough, and I know in the past we've talked, and you said that you don't particularly prefer the points race. Is this one of the reasons, I think, probably, I mean, I would assume is one of the reasons why you don't like points racing?
Correct. It's crazy, I mean, but what you going to do? I mean, you just got to keep moving forward. They're doing some double features, so I guess that's going to help out.
Well, and looking at second place Chase Washington, you got 11 more wins than he's got. I mean, do you feel like if you just keep winning, that's all you need to do, and you can wrap this thing up?
We just got to win. I mean, that's all it boils down to. I mean, if we'd have had the cars in the beginning of the year at Pike County or some of the other little tracks, we'd have had. I mean, it would be done. I mean, it would be over, said and done with. But that comes with the territory. I mean, they all say, oh well, Pike don't have the cars. You got to go other places. I mean, we go to other places and we run pretty good. So I mean, you can't look back at the past. Got to look forward. So we'll just keep digging, and hopefully we come out on top.
Well, if the season ended today, let's say that the season was over right now, and you go back and you look at Chase Washington, Jeremy Shaw, Palacini, Ryan King up from Tennessee, Shannon Lee, Brent Barrett, Michael Arnold, Brett Holmes, and Bubba Harrison. What would it mean to beat those caliber of drivers to win a pretty decent championship? I mean, you're competing against 400 other people in 6 or 7 states. I mean, what would that mean to you in your racing career?
It would mean a lot to us. I mean, it definitely shows. I mean, we had a very stout year last year. I mean, we come on to something and we were strong. And I mean, this year it's been way better than last year. I mean, we just keep on trying different stuff, and it just keeps getting better and better. I mean, just to run with those guys means a lot to our team. It just goes to show us that we where we need to be. I mean, not too many drivers or teams can go to tracks that they normally don't run at and run in the front. So I mean, that right there just means a lot to us. I mean, Chase is a good guy. I mean, Chase has helped me. I've helped Chase. I mean, we park by each other when we go to Missouri. I mean, he's a good guy, and I mean, I hope the best for him. I mean, he's got a good car. He's a good driver. He's got a good crew behind him. He's got good people backing him. I mean, we the same. I mean, everybody that's running, the top 10 in the points. I mean, they all got good people helping them, and I mean, that's what it takes.
Well, all right. Well, Mickey, before we get out of here, the deal is thank them sponsors and some of them guys that, at least helped you get through the wet weekend.
I like to thank Jay Dunn and Sandblasting and Painting, Anita Smoking Steak Burgers, Griffin Fence, Touch of Blush Photography, my mom and my dad, Mr. Jonathan Dunn. I mean, he's done so much for me this year and last year. I couldn't do it without him. I mean, he stood behind me in everything. I mean, I can't thank him enough. I mean, I just hope that, next year we're able to work together and do the same thing again. I don't think we're going to do no points racing, but I think we're just going to go out and try to hit these big money shows, try to win Mr. Jonathan some money.
All right. Well, Mickey, well, good luck with the rest of the season. I'm sure we'll talk again before we close things out on the 2012 season. But good luck. Maybe you'll hit some races this weekend.
We're definitely going to try. We're going to try to go Friday for the double feature at Pike County and see how that goes. And if that goes well, and we might even take Saturday off if we could pick up 2 wins Friday.
Welcome back in, NeSmith fans, to the Weekly Series Hotline. On the telephone with us, the guy riding in second place, a measly 1 point back from the point leader, Mickey Trosclair, Chase Washington. Chase, you guys, over the weekend, actually got to race. Unlike Mickey, Mickey didn't catch a break. It rained everywhere he went. But you guys went to Malden on the 17th and picked up a win. You guys then, the next night, head up to Clay Hill. You finished second to Jeff Gleason up there. But let's start at the Malden race and outrunning Kyle Berry, who's the track champion there. Talk to us about the race at Malden.
Yeah, when we left Friday, we kind of knew that, the late model state race was supposed to be down there, and we've been talking to some guys that was headed down there. And we've been looking at the weather and the radar, and we knew things wasn't looking just real good for Hattiesburg. And thankfully, they called it early enough, we could drive up to Missouri. And we got there real early, and unloaded everything, done some work, changed the car up from Hattiesburg to headed up there, and drew a bad number. And like they draw up there, you don't get to qualify or nothing. So drew a bad number and started 6th in the heat race, I believe, and took the lead. I think it was on 2 laps to go, and we won our heat race. And Kyle Berry, he won his heat race. We started on the front row there together. And it took us a while to get the first initial start off. I don't know what was taking so long. I think they was having radio problems or something like that. But once we got the first start off, me and Kyle raced a couple of laps there, and the track was kind of right around the top. It kind of stacked up just a little bit of a berm, and I knew that's where we was going to have to be to run good or to outrun him. And luckily, we got by and they got up on the top and got in the rhythm there and brought home a win.
Are you aware? I mean, obviously you've done a lot of traveling this year. Are you aware of what you're in store for when you go to these different tracks? I mean, you were probably quite aware of Kyle Berry going to be there and going to be, something to contend with.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, every racetrack's got their stout local group. I mean, every racetrack's got somebody you're gonna have to outrun when you pull in there. And I've been to a couple of racetracks this year, like Malden, that I've never even been to before. And every time I've been there this year, it's been a different racetrack, and I kind of like it because it keeps your racing program on your toes, and you learn a lot more. And I mean, it just helps you be a better race car driver.
Well, so the next night, you guys, on your way home, you stop in at Clay Hill Motorsports there in Atwood, Tennessee. Talk to us about that event.
That was another one of those drawing deals, and me and Jeff, we started in the same heat race, and he won it, and I run second. And in the heat race, it was kind of right around the bottom, but then in the feature time, we rolled out, and he started on the pole, and then we started third, and we was able to get in second spot. We was racing pretty good. I believe we ran probably, 12 or 13 laps there. I mean, side by side, just racing real hard. And I jumped the berm, and he got on by me. And I got a little bit impatient and trying to pass him when I shouldn't have. But, I mean, that happens. And he got by me, and I was starting to run him back down when he got in lap traffic, but I run out of laps, But we had a good race, we raced good and hard and clean, and, I mean, it was fun.
Okay, I asked the same question of Mickey when I spoke to him. If the season ended today and you were the points champion, what would it mean to have been to be named the NeSmith Weekly Series champion?
It mean a lot. I'd be glad for it to be over with, to tell you the truth. I mean, we put a lot of miles on towing rig this year, but it's been fun. I've had a blast, and I've enjoyed racing with a bunch of people that I haven't been able to race with before, and it'd be cool for my name to be on that check, and hopefully when everything's over with, if everything can go right and we can get a little bit of luck and some breaks, I think we can do it, maybe.
Well, and you mentioned that it's a lot of miles on the total home. It's probably been a long season. But what's it mean to have a series like NeSmith, backed by NeSmith Chevrolet? What's it like to have it to do? I mean, you know, we all look at the other series out there that may be considered bigger and better, but what's it mean for Chase to be able to be involved in a touring series, you're getting to travel, getting to race all the other different drivers?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's what people want to do that's in racing, and the weekly series, I mean, it helps people out a lot, you know, because they can afford to travel to different racetracks. I mean, it don't cost, I think, $10, you know, just for the entry. I mean, people can afford to travel to different racetracks that they want to go to, and, you know, when the national series comes around, where, I mean, I know that the purse is bigger and everything, so the entry fee is going to be a lot more. But, you know, some people, I mean, they don't have a chance to go and pay $200 to race a national race. So, I mean, that gives them a chance to go race at that racetrack for cheaper.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, before we let you go, I want you to thank some of them guys that helped you get up and down the highway with that race car of yours, and thank some of them sponsors.
I'd like to thank my crew chief, Joel Murphy, first off, and I'd like to thank my mom and my dad and my whole family for all the support. Jerry Emmett and his wife, Miss Sheila. I'd like to thank Drake Sawmill, Indian Ridge Lumber Products, Gillespie Performance and Racing Fuels, Bear Right Race Cars, and I believe that's it.
All right, NeSmith fans, we're going to close out this week's Weekly Series Hotline with the number 3 driver in points, the number 1S, Jeremy Shaw. Jeremy, you guys, I think you fell victim to the rain like Mickey Trosclair. How'd your weekend go?
Well, it wasn't a lot going on this weekend. We got a little bit of a break this weekend, the first weekend we've had off in a little while. So, you know, even being right in the middle of this point, we had some maintenance issues we needed to catch up on our car. So it actually kind of helped us to have a weekend to kind of regroup. We hadn't really ran the way we wanted to the last couple of weeks. We had a couple of DNFs there 2 nights in a row, I think, 3 weeks ago, and then we had some mechanical issues start plaguing us a little bit last weekend. So it kind of gave us a chance to regroup on what we had going on. So it was good for us.
Well, plus you probably got to spend time with that new baby.
Oh yeah, that's been kind of short here lately with as much as we've been racing. We really hadn't had a lot of time on the weekends. So we were able to just kind of hang out without a whole lot going on and just stay around the house, you know.
Well, with the problems that you guys have been having, and then the rain, and like you said, it kind of was it kind of gave you time to get caught up on some maintenance. You guys are still 4 points out of the lead, sitting third. Can't be disappointed. Is there a rallying cry? Is there a rallying effort going on in the Shaw camp to make a last effort to win this thing?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's I think it's going to depend more on what Mickey does than what we do. I mean, he's to the point on wins now. If he finishes out the season with a few more, it's going to be tough to catch him. If he gets to 14, you know, with the way it is on with his total wins, there won't be any way to catch him then if we were to all get to 14. But I mean, we're definitely still in it as of right now. So if a little bit of luck can go our way and we can just, you know, if we can get a couple more wins where we're sitting right now, we'll definitely be back in the hunt of it. And then, you know, he's had really good runs this whole year. So, but if we can just get through a few more weeks and him not get any more wins, and it's going to help us out a lot. But that's, you know, he's been really strong this year, and Chase has been really good too. So between those two guys, I mean, you know they're going to win. You know they're going to win some more races this year. It's just going to depend on how many we can rack up along the way. So, and that's the main thing at this point is just getting the wins and seeing how it turns out. I mean that's all we can do at this point.
Well, Trosclair mentioned that he's not that fond of points racing, and Chase Washington said that it's been a lot of fun. Makes it more exciting. He said a little more nerve-wracking. What's Jeremy Shaw think about points racing?
Well, I mean, we've enjoyed it. It's definitely a lot more racing than what we've done in the last few years, and it's kept us a lot busier than I'm used to staying with it. But it's been extremely fun, and it gives the opportunity to go to tracks that we normally wouldn't go to race, and we've enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna need a break when it's all said and done because we hadn't run this many races since in the last 5 or 6 years since we've actually raced this much every single weekend. But it is fun. You get to race against people you don't normally race against and go places you wouldn't normally go, and with us being able to kind of hang around up in the front of it, it's kind of got our name out there a little bit. So, we've enjoyed it, but I am ready to wrap it up where if I want to take off a weekend and I can take off and not have to worry about how to fix me in the points deal.
Well, listen, I don't run up and down the road with a race car, but I certainly understand because I tote that video camera to lots of racetracks, so I understand wanting to get a little break here and there. All right, well, before we let you go, Jeremy, thank some of the crew guys that helped keep you in the top 5 in points, and also thank the sponsors.
Well, I've got Summit Resource Development and Thinners and Skinners Logging and Peepaw Power Sports, Track Star Race Cars, Freedman Farms, Extreme Graphics. All those guys really help us out there and keep us rolling. All my crew guys that help me out there, they're there every single weekend, and they don't get mentioned, but we've got some good guys that help us a lot and keep us going at the track. And then need to thank NeSmith for putting this deal on. I mean, they make it where somebody that normally wouldn't be running for a points deal is able to, is able to run for us. So the whole NeSmith series, I know it's made it where we can run more places and actually run for a points championship. So need to thank them for giving us the opportunity to do that.
All right, Jeremy, you guys, like you said, you got caught up over the weekend. So where are we heading this weekend, and can we expect to see you guys at the Touring Series races?
This weekend, we're still undecided. We're just saw where Talladega's raised their money up a little bit for this weekend. So we're either going to go there or why not. I'm not decided exactly yet on which one, but and then we plan on running the touring races. We had debated on it, but at this point, like we said, we're kind of where we're going to be in the points. So we're not going to focus on that much, and we're going to try to run the National Series races at Wyandotte and Magnolia for sure. So and then just keep doing what we do, keep racing, and then just let the points play out where they go.